gentlemen, to all the nations all over the world. And if you are a citizen from a country interfered in Libya 2011, I would like to tell you a story of what happened since then. In 2011, they interfered. As they say, they want to help civilians and they want to protect them from the massacre that Gaddafi wants to do. Anyway, we're not gonna get to that. What happened is that, yes, they interfered. They said it's about freedom, it's about the civilians, it's about protecting, it's about helping Libyans to get a better future. It is a lot of big lies. These guys are lying and still lying, and they're a bunch of hypocrites. I was in Libya 2011 and I witnessed everything, and I witnessed how they use the news and what's the main reason for their intervention. It was all about their interests in Libya of oil and gas and money. And the first target was Gaddafi. You know, they used all these excuses of humanitarian help and, you know, they wanted to help the civilians in Libya. They just used those excuses to interfere in Libya, and they did. And successfully, they killed Gaddafi, this was the main reason to interfere in Libya, is to kill Gaddafi. It's done. They left Libya in a cycle. They left it to militias. They left the weapons all over the place, which they provided themselves to these people and the rebels. And then we figure out, even in their countries, you know, how they see the rebels, which they supported weapons with as a criminals. So these countries supported criminals to take off the government. This is what they say. It's not me. It's their countries recognize rebels as criminals. They hold guns and they go after Gaddafi and they take the Gaddafi government down. To their governments, this is criminal act. But you know what? This is in their countries. In our country, they were supporting these criminals with all the weapons. And yes, Gaddafi is done. And then what happened? Libya left alone. And what they spread is hypocrisy and a bunch of lies. They never been there for the civilians. It's not about freedom. It's not about helping Libyan nation to get a better future. It is about what they want. And everybody knows what they want. Today, we have a very huge natural disaster. The media is quiet. No countries are helping, you know, only a little bit of statements from here and there, which is not up to the level of the crisis. People are under the buildings and the sand because of Danielle's storm, right? Everybody knows about the storm, and they know what's the status of Libya, and they pretend to be friends to Libya and Libyan nations. To my Libyan citizens, you have to be careful of those hypocrite countries. They are not helping us. They are pretending and they are hypocrite. They say what they don't do and they promise what they never give. And they will tell you we are there for you, to protect you and to help you to have a better future. As soon as you hear these words, you should know that they are there to destroy your country, divide you, support the militias from here and there, and you will never gain stability with these interventions. So, it's a very important message to everyone, because this is the truth and this is what's happening in Libya. They let us alone and we're facing the crisis by ourselves. And yes, they are a very huge reason of destroying our country just to take Gaddafi out, nothing else. That was the truth, and it will stay the truth, and it will remain the truth forever. You can't change that. You will never convince us, because we see your actions against what you say. You say nice things. What you do is a very bad things. That's how I see it, and that's how many Libyans see it. And I meant to say all of this in English version, just so it reaches to the people who speaks English. You have to understand, we know the game, we know what you're doing, and we will never trust you anymore. We did trust you in 2011, and we thought you are truthful. But we figured out you are a bunch of liars after your interests, and these countries are crazy fuckers who destroyed our country. I'm so sorry to say, but this is the truth. You love it or not, this is the truth. God bless Libya, God bless Libyans, and we'll be with Allah, and Allah will be with us. We don't need you anymore, and we know the truth. And you know what? We'll raise again, and then we'll decide which relations and which countries we want to have with. And you know what? We'll have the relations and the interests with the countries that they love us and they are truly friends with us. Thanks to every country and every nation prayed for us and helped us in any way. I would really appreciate everyone thank these people. Everyone prayed for us, even if a little praying behind the scene and we don't know about it. Thank you so much for standing for us. Libya deserves better than this. Libya and Libyans are very humble people. They don't deserve what's going on right now. And Allah will protect us. Allah will be with us. And Allah is the greatest. Thank you so much. And we know